Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Flow podcast, episode 288. Here with my best bud, Saul Estrada.
Hey,
the man up? Himself. So we're actually sitting in San Francisco. I did Cobb's Comedy Club this weekend, which was awesome. You came out last night, took some photos, which was sick. Had a fun time with old Jeff Dye, Xander Beltran, Zach Lord.
Yeah, good time.
Fucking good San Francisco crew. And so we're recording this from Saul's, I guess this is a converted garage. It's like your office, right?
Yeah, it's our bonus room, converted
you call it a bonus room?
/ bonus room / family room.
You got to keep the, like when you turn your head, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah. Just move with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to coach Saul a little bit because I just brought like the regular performance mics instead of condenser mics. And Saul's not a performer. He's a man of many talents, but he's not. But I'm sure you've done speeches and shit.
Yeah, I mean, when I need to, I can execute. Obviously, it's kind of what I've done with life. But always get nervous and stuff like that.
I know. Well, that's the thing. You would tell me you got nervous about this. I'm like, why would you get nervous about this? He's like, because you've done it 287 times. I've done it 0, son.
I was just thinking.
Well, the thing is, like I said, so the thing about doing a podcast is really just a conversation.
That's right.
I mean, it's the only difference is that we got to spend 10 minutes finding all these cables and shit, but and making sure that this makeshift setup in your bonus room is fucking comfortable and everything works. And the lighting's great. Thanks for letting me. Is that a weed light? No.
That's a studio light for photography.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you bought all that.
I've got a lot of stuff, like
you
said.
You got a lot of shit lying around here. In your new home.
You met
your new son.
New home with
we might want to give some background, son. That's right. This is the first post. This is the post Chase era, I guess, of the podcast begins today. And guys, definitely go check out Chase's new podcast. It drops Monday, 17th, tomorrow. We're filming this on Sunday. We're taping this on Sunday, rather. This will come out Wednesday. But if you haven't checked it out already, go check out Chase's new podcast, Cut to the Chase. I'm eager to see what he's going to talk about. I mean, the kid's a wild boy. I love him. But I had to come up. I was like, you know what? Let me do some guest host for a while till I settle into a permanent host, co-host. If I do, we'll see how it goes. But I was like, let me stick around for another day because we did Cobb's Friday, Saturday night here, and I was like, let me hang around another day, check out Saul's new house. He's living just north of San Francisco. I won't give out your home address, son. Fucking people be crazy. Sorry, I just got stoned and I'm really thirsty.
Pretty much sums it up.
I know. Well, we used to get high on the podcast more back in the day, I feel like, and that was just because I had more money and didn't have shit to do. Last few months, I've been tightening the old belt, but and a new son.
Yeah,
a new son.
New son, man. This last year was crazy.
Is that shit exhausting?
I mean, I still haven't really caught up since last February.
What is catching up though? Like, what do you? Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't have any children. I don't feel caught up to shit, son. I'm saying, like, bro, I don't even have like a real job yet. I'm still looking, and like my list of things grows. You know what I'm saying? Like, somehow, even when I had, like I said, even when I had money and nothing to do, like my first year after leaving my last profession, getting into comedy, I had all the money and all the time, and I still had shit that I didn't get around to doing on my to-do list.
Yeah.
So I don't know how there's no catching up.
There's no catching up. I think what it is there's just more that I want to do now. More that needs to be done. And
see, the problem is when you buy property, you got to fill it with shit. Let's be honest, son. Like I don't have a lot of shit because I don't got a lot of place to put it.
Yeah.
You got a lot of place in here. I mean, it's not a huge house. It's a beautiful house. You guys are doing a lot of work. I know it's under construction still, but they got a big ass yard. It's right north of the city. Like, it's good real estate, son. And we went hiking around today. We did a little walk with your son Yoshi. But fucking when you have if you have a garage,
yeah.
Shit just piles up in the garage after a while.
The only reason that garage is clean right now is because you're here.
Yeah, son. But that's what I'm saying.
It was a fucking pile of shit.
Even in my apartment, like the space under my bed, shit that I just don't want to unpack fully after I move in, just goes under the bed. So right. Even my little space, I have a space where I pile it up with shit. But when you have a big space, when you have like a home with an extra room, I mean, you just start hoarding shit. Like, I feel like shit. Like I'll leave that there for now, and then for now turns into how long?
Yeah. I mean, I like to think that we're not on that path. But I see,
Well, I think the
friends. And,
yeah.
I feel like it's inevitable. We do our best to try to.
Even my mom's the neatest person I know. The basement has some extra shit that's not really necessary. That just, we'll leave that down there for now. Like there's always everyone's house, bro. You have a junk drawer? Like where you keep like
we have a junk shed.
Oh wow! See, you took it to the next thing. I see what I'm saying. No, but like in your kitchen usually has like a junk drawer, and it's like scissors and Chinese food menus and rubber bands and like random shit you might need. A screwdriver, that old knife that you used to use as a screwdriver. The butter knife. The butter knife I'm talking about.
I had to pull that movie the other day to replace Little Battery in Yoshi's toy. That's what fucking.
I'm saying that's the thing. You can have a junk drawer. I wonder how many listeners have a junk drawer. I'm going to do a poll. Fuck my entire following. I want to know. Like, what would you guess? What percentage of people have a junk drawer in their house where they have the shit like that? Like the random little takeout menus back when you needed a takeout menu before the internet. Fucking
everyone, son. Everyone.
You think it's 100%?
I mean, it's not 100%, but I feel like 85% plus.
85. You're gonna put the over under 85, son. I think I'm gonna put it at like 65. And the reason is I feel like there's gonna be like a 10% margin up top where those people just really keep their shit together, and then 10% of people that 10 to 50% of people that are like just so fucking sloppy. Everything's a junk drawer, son. Like shit is just everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone does that to some extent.
I don't know, man.
I mean, even like the guys, even the cats sleeping out on the streets, son. They got like their junk cart. They've got like multiple carts that they're pushing around.
Yes.
Like, everyone does that.
Jeff talks about that on stage. He's like, Jeff has a great bit about that. I don't want to crush Jeff's bits on the podcast, but. Saul came out to the show tomorrow. He did that bit for the crowd last night, talking about why homeless people have so much shit. Like, what is that all about? What would you hold on to if you were homeless?
Oh, I don't know, man. It all depends what the circumstances
think
are.
Think about that. Like, if you had a shopping cart and all you could keep is what you put in that shopping cart, what would you put in the shopping cart?
I mean, you got to.
What would your homeless survival kit be, son?
I mean, you got to make it day to day. So, you got to sleep, stay warm, probably, depending on where you're at. So you need.
But I don't think you
need layers.
I think you put that on yourself. That's why you see homeless people wearing winter jackets in Arizona in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to have it's just sufficient storage. You know what I'm saying? Like wear that and then put other shit in the junk cart.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. What would you? I mean. If you had guns, that'd probably be the best thing to have.
You probably need to protect yourself.
That's what I'm saying. If you had fucking firearms, why don't more homeless people have a firearm?
I mean, they could get one.
We might treat them a little bit better
iPhones.
if they did.
They got iPhones and shit.
I don't see a lot of. There's some, but not many.
Yeah.
Like real homeless. Like in New York City, the New York City homeless people don't have iPhones. You will see a fucking person out here in Venice Beach who's technically homeless that has an iPhone. It's a very different homeless, son.
And
they're aggressively homeless out there.
Yeah.
Out here, it's like shanty towns, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
How do you like the neighborhood, son?
I mean, we're getting used to it. It's new.
Do you know your neighbors and that kind of shit out here?
No, I prefer not to. I mean, that's kind of the problem around here. Is everyone wants to get in your shit. And it's like...
Why would they want to get in your shit?
It's just that, that...
That is a weird...
That affluent, privileged, kind of...
Yeah, I told Ike, we were sitting around having lunch at that cool spot. And this is a bunch of guys walking around in that outfit, So I looked over to Ike. I was like, so Ike... And I said it loud enough so they could, all hear me. But not obnoxiously. I didn't I was like, so Ika, do you have to buy a Patagonia vest to move, or does it come with the property?
That's right.
She put her head down. She didn't want to show anybody who was laughing at her.
That's how it works around here.
But I don't understand that though. I guess it's hard to get in ahead of somebody else, in terms of their personality traits, like their leanings. I can't get why if I had a neighbor, why they would even want to talk to me, because I don't want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird to me that they want to do that, but I can't put my head in that headspace. I can't imagine wanting to get hey, let me talk to my across the street neighbor. What the fuck do I need to know them for? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I gotta know people I know and like. I'll talk to them.
I've got so with my work, I manage construction projects and I have a project right now where I literally spend more time dealing with this bitch ass neighbor than I do with my client. It's terrible.
Do you have like an HOA?
It's in kind of. They have a bit.
That's the biggest fucking racket on planet Earth, bro.
This guy is supposedly like the representative of some community organization, but
he's just fucking like self-appointed.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
We had a guy like that growing up, even in the hood, fucking in Ridgewood. There was a guy who was an auxiliary police officer, but he had like a gimpy fucking arm and his leg was all fucked up. He had he was like physically handicapped, and I don't know if it was from an injury or if it was like a birth defect, but he couldn't move him. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
But he was an auxiliary police officer, and he thought he was Neighborhood Watch, son. He thought he was Paul Blart Mall Cop. Dominic.
What sort of things would he do?
I mean, he'd be telling kids off this and that, walking around in a stupid fucking fake police uniform, because auxiliary police isn't real police. They don't give those guys a gun. You know what I'm saying? They get a little toy badge, and I don't even think they write tickets. It's like volunteering for police because he couldn't because he was like physically, handicapped.
How do they compare to meter maids? Do meter maids have guns?
No, but meter maids I think are federally protected. I don't think auxiliary son, it's like the cop Boy Scouts.
Is that like a volunteer position?
Yeah, it's a volunteer position, son. That's what I'm saying. They're not drawing a New York City pension. If they do 20 years as this, but he did 20 years as an auxiliary police officer. Could you imagine that hobby? Who would want to volunteer to be a cop? Right now, paying them. You couldn't pay a cop enough to do that job.
Right now. Yeah, it's bad right now. You do not want to be a cop.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to your brother-in-law. Good luck out there. Does he have? Do people give him shit about being a cop?
Wasn't there some dude in New York that just got shot while he was like sleeping in his car, I think?
Oh, yeah, that was the couple years
recently?
Back. Yeah. Oh, it happened again? I
think so. I think so.
I don't know, man. San Francisco's known for the smash and grabs now. You guys are fucking... you guys... the way you used to, like bum rush a party, these guys are bum rushing Gucci and shit. You see, they run this bus shit up, take everything and run. Have you seen this shit?
Yeah. Where they're like a mob of people will go into like a Louis Vuitton, just like steal all the bags off the counter.
Yo, man, how bold, son.
I mean, it's a smart strategy,
but I've seen some cops getting back. There was a great video on the internet. I think it was on Instagram. It was up here again. Fucking one of these leather stores, Prada. They bust in and they're coming out, but then 4 cops roll up in 2 cars and jump out. 3 of them get away. 1 doesn't. He jumps in a separate car. Yeah. He tries to drive away himself. And the cops, he closes the door. And the cops just break every window in the car immediately and drag him out of the car.
I mean, I feel like once they caught on, obviously, it was a bit risky, but think about that. Like, there's probably someone orchestrating that, right? There's like some dude paying a bunch of groups, different groups of kids.
I know, dude, that's devious. I just thought it was poor people who had nothing to lose. Like regular.
There's got to be some organization, though, right?
I'm saying like petty criminals. Yeah, like 4 friends. 4 friends. Let's all get together and go fucking bum rush this.
Yeah.
And steal a bunch of shit. But I never thought that you could pay someone to put someone up to it.
I mean, it's like if I paid of 20, 30
6
people.
15-year-olds $200 to steal me $10,000 worth of shit. That's a pretty good business strategy.
You don't.
And then take the pinch, right? If they're underage, they juvenile hit instead of the adult hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
Who do you think's running it, son?
I don't know.
That's a pretty genius idea, actually. Because I honestly
don't want to accuse anyone.
Don't worry. I've said so much dumb shit on this. There's no way. I mean, you know what? Honestly, if I got sued, it would be a good thing. It up my notoriety. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to take shit from me. What I got? They're going to take the fucking microphones. That's all I got.
Your ring light, son.
Yeah, take my ring, my fucking little flimsy ring light. But that's a great because I just thought it was like young poor people who are out of work just like get together like 5, 6 friends like fuck this, should run over there, grab all the shit, get the fuck out of here, and it's just petty criminals. Yeah, I didn't think it was like an organized ring of thefts where they do smash and grabs.
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
What if it's like some false flag shit? You're like hey, it's a rich guy paying them to do that, so everyone starts hating the poor. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be that.
I'm sure that's someone's theory right now. Right now, someone's running with that.
Yeah. People, dude, that's right. People every conceivably dumb idea. People are like, let me run that one down. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if there's any there. It's like, bro, that's a lot of work. You know?
I want to do my own research.
Dude, that's the funniest thing, bro.
The worst.
Do you remember in high school?
What about
you did like the research you did the bare minimum, if none at all. Like, right? Do your own research. Like teachers would tell you that shit. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. You're lazy. You just want to fuck off. Like you do as little as possible, get the highest grade possible. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Like I did the bare minimum to get an A.
But even then, you referenced reputable sources, right? Like it was the encyclopedia.
But you didn't want to do your research. But now you expect people who never wanted to do their research
to do their research.
Like we never wanted to do the research.
Yeah.
And now we don't have to. And you're telling us we have to? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll let an expert think for me. Come on. I'm not like an oncologist or a pulmonary specialist to fucking, to get into the minutia of some fucking disease or do my research. What am I fucking, a private investigator? I'm going to run down what happened with President Clinton. I don't fucking, I assume the authorities have been keeping an eye on her. I hope they're doing their job because I'm trying to do mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do your research. Get the fuck out of here.
Doing your research is pretty much saying that you're not doing any research.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. You keep up with the news like that?
I try to, man.
Really? Why?
I mean, it's probably a bit toxic, I'm sure. But
a bit toxic. Dude, I spent a lot of time in pandemic looking at it because I look at it like performance art. It's like, what are these? Look what's going on. Look what they're doing here. But it's definitely not good for you. You don't feel better having known anything from it.
I agree to some extent. I was actually thinking about this too. I think like when I read the news, like I will read a spectrum of sources, right? Like you got CNN and then you've got more right wing type stuff. And I try to like just get a sense of what's going on, like, and then kind of where people are at. Cause like these are the people that you're surrounded by every day.
Yeah. That's the thing. People think like, oh, I get more truth if I do this or that. If I do my research and read them all, I'll learn something new. It's like, I don't think like it's in some ways not even worth it. Like because they're all gonna give you their opinion of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there is no objective truth anymore. We got to get rid of that. I mean, that idea is gone. I don't think we're getting objective truth back.
Yeah,
that ship has sailed. But like you said, you got to know what the people around you think, even if you don't think what they think. You got to know what kind of weird way they're thinking.
Whether it's to protect yourself, like like my family and I
just get along with them. You know what I'm saying? Just get along with people, son.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to talk about that. You have some weird views on it. I think we'd rather, I think we'd rather keep this. We'd be better friends not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And then move on with it.
I mean, everyone's got, I think, different ideas. Like some people seem to be really into kind of creating divide right now. I think.
Well, there's money in it, dude. That's the thing.
Obviously,
that's
right?
But chasing likes and follows, man. Like if you say, like we talked about the other day, if you open up like a hardcore right wing conservative conspiracy based podcast, you are one of a lot fewer in a field that has very loyal followers. So you could almost bullshit even if you don't believe that Joe Biden's the lizard person, but if you say that, there's a big audience for that. So you keep saying that and keep lying in your pockets. I mean, there's a lot of that going on.
So absolutely right, but we probably also need to try to reconcile at some point. Otherwise, what happens, right? Like if we continue going in this direction,
that's the problem.
If we don't revert or adjust, and in order to do that, like
you got to take down the temperature, son. Everyone's getting real hot. It's like they are the enemy. It's like whoa, calm down. Son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you need to be able to talk to people. You need to be able to compromise. You need to be able to listen to people, even if like what they say is not something that you agree with. That's the only way we'll ever kind of adjust course, I feel like, and find common ground and start to actually head in maybe a better direction. Like, I think I've lost hope in humanity.
I think it's over. So we've had that conversation. I've talked about that. I've talked about it in this podcast with Chase. I think the ship has sailed. Son.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's like the Revelations. That's the Christian at the end of the world is going to be like that. I think it's going to be a slow slide into oblivion. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to escalate over time. Like our standard of living, it might be more gadgets, but like I think there's going to be serious natural problems.
Son.
There's going to be serious geopolitical problems. You know what I'm saying? There's about to be war in the fucking Ukraine, son. There's about to be war in Ukraine, son.
Like the state of the world right now,
Yeah,
like
son,
what you described.
It's sitting on the edge. So we're going to slowly slide into. I don't think it's going to be like a comet's going to come wipe us out. I think
how about the volcano, right? Like
that was pretty ill, son.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all part of this big arc.
I love the idea that the Earth has like natural disasters, which is kind of more because people usually die when these things happen. But like I think it's like a real fascinating part of the Earth. Like I almost like, it's exciting, a natural disaster, as long as it's over there. You know what I'm saying, son? Well, like if a volcano exploded in China, it's like, man, that really sucks, but that's not my problem.
So what did you think about this? Was like your first full year, I guess, right, in California?
That's two.
Two now. What did you think about the fires? Like seeing all that, like actually.
I think it's really, really, really sad. I mean, it like really bums me out, bro. To watch like a beautiful countryside just burn to the ground, son.
Yeah,
it's fucking. And of course, people lose their lives. But I think fuck the property. Like when you're doing like wholesale damage to major forests like that, that's hard to come back from. That takes a few hundred years for that forest to grow back. So I mean, and to see it all burn down, like that's fucking horrific. But that's the thing about there's another one, son, global warming, and we don't have to be all political on this, but people talk about like, it's not real. It's like, bro, like I was telling you in the car today. Don't tell me it's not real. Just tell me it's not important to you.
That's right.
I'd rather make money and drill for oil than fuck the planet. It's more important to me. I'm like, all right, I don't agree with that opinion, and it might be a view I respect, but that makes sense. It's like I can see the logic in that. But to say it doesn't exist at all is a complete bullshit story. Like, why would, and I don't think they believe it, son. I think they just say it to piss people off. But
like you said.
Yeah, they just know. They just want to own the libs or whatever, and the other side wants to own the other side and cancel them. Like, how do you talk when that's the state of play? So I don't think it's going to work. That's my point. Like, when people are at that level, I don't think you're going to get them back.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if a marriage is over, like if you're already divorced with your wife, how many marriages like remarry the same person? There's got to be a small fraction. That's probably the percentage chance we got to get back together as a country, son. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, never thought about it that way.
Yeah, Democrats and Republicans are like an old married couple, son. That's exactly what this is about, son. They tolerate each other for they fell in love once, right? The revolutionary,
they make up.
The revolutionary right at the end. We all love each other. It's one country, right? And that's a honeymoon year. Right, and then you start growing, things are going good. You hit the rocks, right? World War II, it's kind of like when your kids leave the house, you're trying to get your shit together, bring it back, and then it just falls, and it just fell apart, son, somewhere. Like, and then 40 years later, you're sleeping on the couch, and she's sleeping in the bed just because you hate each other's guts. You know what I'm saying? Like you pass each other in the house like strangers. That's where we're at right now, son. And the problem is we can't get divorced because neither of us are hot and skinny enough to get remarried. No one wants to fuck us again. So we're just staying in this loveless marriage. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's what this is.
Oh man, that's terrible.
I think it's where we're at in this country.
When you think about it that way, there's absolutely no chance of us pulling it together.
Yeah, I think it's over. A loveless marriage. That's oh, dude. I don't know.
But is that like, like are we just like going to be okay with that? We're just going to learn to live with that?
Son, we gotta figure something out.
Like, we have to figure something out, right?
I'm really bummed about, dude. I think it's going down faster than I thought. I thought it'd be older when we'd be at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought like the end would have been shorter. Like I would have gone, not so far. I would have lived so long to see it to get so bad. I know where it's headed, but it's not there yet, so it's still pretty good while I'm here. Because I don't have any kids. Unlike you, I don't give a shit about the next.
That's what I was about to say, man. I just had a kid.
Love your kid. I mean, I worry about it.
I just had a kid. Like, how do you think that?
Did you think about that before you had the kid? Before you guys?
Absolutely. Like, one of my biggest reasons for not wanting to have a kid was like not wanting to bring a kid into like this mess of a world, son. Like, and that's really dark, Like, but when you look around, like you're saying, like that's what it is. And so to actually like make that decision, that was huge. Like for Ike and I, it wasn't an easy decision to make.
I've heard some people say that there is that thought process, right? Like the world's not going great, so I'm not going to have kids. It's a very popular thing, or it's a growing concern. That's why a lot of millennials aren't having as many kids. But I've heard that like some people say, well, no, that's why they should be having kids, because it could be those kids that could fix the only people that are going to fix this is more people, son.
That's
and we're not the people fixing it because we're fucking it up. Like, so they might be which is fucked up that you're relying on your kids to fix your fucking mistakes that we've made for generations.
Yeah.
But to see your way out of it, like, it's a human created problem, and only a human could solve the problem. Yep. You know, like, so you need more people to fix it. So that there is that, like, idea, like, oh, if you raise good kids, they could potentially be the ones to save the world. But, like, I don't know, son.
I mean, that to be honest,
some
like,
of these parents out here, son, I'm like, I don't think you guys should be doing it, though. Your kid's just adding to the problem. You know what I'm saying? You see some parents like, that's not going to go well. You know, like,
I mean,
not to judge people, but I'll fucking judge people.
That was what our friend Jeff Carlson. That's what he told us. His parents, you know, they're really good friends, and I was hanging out with them, and that was exactly what they told us.
To have like, more kids?
No, not to have more kids, but you know, the fact that things are kind of messed up, like, you know, that is like all the more reason why, like, people like you should want to have kids, or should be having kids, or at least feel confident that when you do decide to do it, that, you know, it'll be fine. And I feel like
that's and that just is one more reason I don't have them. I don't think my kids are going to tell you that. I would add to the problem, son. You know what I'm saying, son? I know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to pass this down. You know, because I haven't fixed it yet. You know, or really fixed it enough that it would be, you know, even though I'd be good with the kid, I don't think it'd be, you know, healthy for me. Or it. Yeah. So I don't think my kid would help. my kid might be part of the problem. You know
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. You know.
I don't know. How many more are you going to have, brother?
Well, it's just this one for now. But maybe another one, you know. We'll see. I think we've always thought about two, but
that's a lot of work. I can't believe you signed up for that.
It's like, at this point you're kind of committed, so, you know, you go all out, or you don't you don't bother.
Nate Bargatze has a great joke, like a great comic out of Nashville. I mean, fucking superstar. It's one of his specials recently. He's like, yeah, you know, me and my wife, I have a 7-year-old daughter now, so it's getting pretty serious. Like, yeah, it's getting pretty serious. Great bit. Oh, shit. Saved it. Sorry, dude. Bopping around the couch.
It's all good.
Yeah. Fucking spilling beer because I'm stoned. So I don't know. Did we even tell the listeners how I even know you? Did we just skip over that?
No, I don't think so.
We just broke down the Democratic and Republican parties, and 28 minutes in, let's get into the introductions, guys. That's how we do it on the podcast. I've always done it like that. I'm surprised I knew the podcast number, because I fucked that up almost every episode. It's like a running thing.
Yeah, you were ready to go.
Yeah, well, because I looked at it before. I was actually prepared this one. But Saul and I went to Brown together. Graduated in 2005. I was my freshman year roommate. It was a wild time. It was fun. And then you're probably my second oldest friend at this point, like, that I've kept in continuous contact with.
Yeah, same for me, I think.
Aside from Mike, and of course, I mean, my brother. But what's that?
Same for me, I think.
Fucking son. 20 years.
That's crazy.
20 years, dude.
Yeah.
20. That's such a... Dude, when you think back, like...
That's like my longest relationship in my life. Besides my parents.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, fuck.
You got Iga by a decade.
Yeah, I got your wife beat by a decade. Yeah, but that's the, it doesn't feel... It's crazy how fast it goes by. Like, it's slow while you're doing it. But, like, it's like, well, that all that was already done.
The last 5 years for me kind of just flew by.
They go faster and faster, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know if they go in chunks, though, because I have such, like, weird periods. Like, 20 years ago, I was completely different. I was at a completely different point in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, you were in college, fucking 18 years old, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I was like 17. So, yeah, I just turned 18 when I started college. Fuck, dude. Puppy, son. Remember how much you thought you knew? Remember the confidence you had at 20? Like, I know what's going on. Yeah, everybody, every man. Yeah,
but me and you together in particular.
Mr. Know-It-All. Yeah, I got this.
It was trouble.
I always had an answer. I always had a smart-ass fucking solution or something dumb to do. Oh, man. Fuck, though. Do you think it would be good to have that kind of confidence now, like that confidence of a 20-year-old, with the experience of a 40-year-old?
Definitely. I mean, I wish sometimes that I had more of that.
Because it's true. As you get older, I feel like as you get older, you get more cautious, or like more,
right.
you get more like reflective. At least, like you slow to make a decision. Like
you got more to lose.
We were just impulsively making decisions. Like, yep, that's the right answer, and just do it. It's like, what the fuck? That was a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that'll be fun. Do it. No, bad idea. But like now, like making a good decision, like at least I try to spend a little more time thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's because we made a lot of bad ones.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, and then you finally kind of maybe write your course a bit, and then, you know, you have shit you can lose. Like, you don't want to lose things that you've gained, maybe.
I've lost it.
Well, I think
like
you
fucking 5 times. You know, like,
you maybe gave it away, I would say, to some extent, certain things, right? Like, I think some of what you walked away from 5 years ago, whatever, however long it's been now, this is more of a decision versus like, you know, just losing it all and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Gave it away. That makes it sound worse. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'd rather have been like a calamity.
That's
than,
like
than a conscious choice, like an idiot.
I feel like that's on your terms. Like, fucking own that shit. Like, it's good, man.
On your terms. Yeah, but that doesn't make it a good decision, though. It makes it a bold one.
There you go.
Like, well, look at this idiot.
Sometimes that's more important. You want to be remembered, you know, not necessarily.
I don't even want to have children. I just want to try to enjoy myself and find some fucking, some contentment, for Christ's sake. You know, to cool out. But yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking, it's weird. I wonder why that. I guess you have nothing to lose. But there must be some chemical reason why, like, fucking young people just take more risk like that.
Yeah.
There's got to be some chemical reason.
I'm sure. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Confidence, I'm not lacking in confidence necessarily. But
dude,
I think
I have terrible self-confidence.
You also, like... life's more complicated, you know. There's just more. I think as you get older, there's just more responsibilities. Like, what the hell were we worried about in college, man?
I don't know, man. I mean, I had for the last 5 years up until recently when I was fucking figure out the my finance, making a consistent income. Fucking, I didn't have that many responsibilities. I just had to make sure I was fed. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a pretty nice 5 years.
I mean, you mean these last 5 years?
Yeah, because I had so it's. Although I guess maybe there is responsibility. Like, all right, if I'm going to do this, then I got to take responsibility on doing this. You know. Like,
I mean, I think you sell yourself short to some extent. Like, I mean, you've been putting in work consistently.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think of that as the. I failed to connect that was the work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like
plenty of people say
I wasn't just doing nothing. You know, like.
Plenty of people, so many people are like, oh, I'm going to start my own business. And then like 6 months later, it's like they've run out of money. And, you made it work. You've made it last. And I think there's a lot there that has been.
I mean, it's fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe I haven't come out. This is the first time I've come to San Francisco proper to do comedy. The last 2 times we were in Sacramento and fucking Sunnyvale.
Sacramento. How was that? You said it was terrible, huh?
The shows
fun.
are great, but Sacramento, I was like, we were there for 3 nights. That's 2 nights. That's plenty. That's about as long as you need to be in Sacramento.
I haven't hung out in Sacramento.
Shout out Sacramento.
my favorite dispensary's out there though. So
which one's that?
Connected Cannabis. So shout out to Connected.
Yeah, that's a non-paid ad right there. There you go, folks.
Connected Cannabis is like the finest indoor growers in the state.
Does
in the
boy
country.
Own that or some shit?
No, not at all. I'm just a big fan, man. That's what
makes them
we smoke.
The finest.
Just the quality, the consistency.
How are you getting how are your plants going?
My plants are going all right. We're just getting going.
Saul was you're actually the first sponsor of the podcast. You remember that? Something we made because I think he got his first grow done, and he sent me like I don't know how many ounces of weed. And I was like, well, that's payment right there. High grade partners sponsor the podcast.
I remember that. That was funny. That was fun. Yeah, no, we got the next generation going here.
But how where do you start to get involved in some shit like that? Because the amount of equipment and shit and all this like you had that thing on your terrace, that like greenhouse on your terrace, and then you like had an outdoor grow, and there's like where do you fucking begin to get all this shit? Like, I mean, it seems like a really expensive hobby is what I'm saying. Like, why couldn't you find something a little more relaxing to do?
Son, you know how I am. I love my expensive hobbies. You know, yeah. But I mean, at this point, it's something I've been doing for a few years. I've got, a lot of equipment and stuff that I've compiled, so it's not that big a deal anymore. And
does your wife get pissed with all this shit?
No.
Let's break it down to what's important, son. You guys fucking.
Ika's 100% down, always, man. That's why this all works.
This doesn't bother you, all this shit going on.
That's why this all works, man. The van, like,
because I could never live with you.
Stuff again, I'm doing in the shop, like all this, like, it's intense. It's intense living with me. It's intense, and she always supports me 100%. And like, that's not to say that
you're just saying that because she's gonna listen to this shit. So when you turn these mics off, he's gonna rip her. I'm fucking around. He's playing the politician right now. He's bullshitting his way to.
So that's the one thing. Like, this past year was pretty difficult having a kid and just figuring everything out. But Ika's she's the best, and at least I know I don't have to like raise a child by myself. It's good to at least I like I'm
who's going to take care of this fucking kid? I gotta stay with her.
Confident that is working and kind of the greatest thing I've got going. So it's pretty dope. I mean, that's what allows me to really do so much.
I wonder if you could get. Because I feel like whenever you interview somebody, it's always like, oh yeah, my wife's great. And obviously some guys are like trash show wives. Like, a lot of comics like that podcast and the trash show wives, on the podcast or whatever. But could you really get like a straight edge guy to admit that his wife's a pain in the ass? Like be like, yo, she's fucking off her shit. Like,
I mean, Ika's, just like I am. Like, she's crazy. Like, she's intense too. We definitely get after it.
You forget, yeah. I mean, other people got their shit.
Yeah, everyone's got their shit, But I don't
remember you having all this shit when we lived together. So I'm saying, like, you don't have like 1,000 things going on.
Well, so I don't drink, right? So like that's something that's been a big part of my life for a while now, and
but it's not like you only drank. You did work a lot at Brown, so it wasn't like you only.
No, but I say that just because like I have lots of energy, son. Like I've always, since I was a little kid, like want to do like 10 things at once, and I think that ever since I decided to stop drinking a long time ago, like those first few years after, it was a marathon, son. I ran 3 marathons in like a year and a half. Like, who does that, and then since then it's just like you start to accumulate all these little things, and I think at this point I've just
Which one's your favorite?
The van, living out of the van, driving around, going wherever the hell I want, and just living on the road and kind of like running away from everything.
Going camping.
Yeah, that's my favorite. And then just growing weed, gardening. Like I feel like that.
Gardening, you're like an old man, son.
Yeah,
growing weed sounds cool. Don't say gardening. You could have left it at that, bro. You make yourself sound like a fucking jerk off to these people.
Oh man, no, that's definitely like the second favorite, I think.
Second favorite is weed. All right. What do you think it would cost?
There's just weed in general.
Oh yeah, smoking weed.
Smoking weed, yeah. That's up there. I mean, it's kind
Did you smoke a lot of weed in high school?
No, I didn't. Son,
that's what I'm saying.
Emory Woolley. That was it. Brown, freshman year with you and those other cats up there.
The dorm was Emory Woolley, son.
Yeah. Was the fourth floor?
Who were you smoking with?
That whole crew.
Jamal, remember him?
Sieperstein.
Shout out to Sean Sieperstein. So I know I said we don't name names, but I love that kid.
I know. It's kind of hard not to name names.
Well, we didn't say anything bad about him. If I'm trashing somebody, Bro. I won't say my ex first and last name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do that. Shout out to Sean Sieperstein.
You got Rosati too. Remember him?
Yeah, where did he go?
Gerard? I don't know.
Did I ever tell you? I saw Jerry on the fucking on like Sports Center one day. Somebody hit a home run in Fenway and went up to the upper deck, and a guy caught it in his beer, and it was Jerry Burke.
Shout out to Jerry.
Jerry Burke, son. But he didn't really smoke. He was too busy playing hockey.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But we didn't really smoke that much, did we? I feel like I did a lot more smoking weed.
No, that was like the introduction. That was just the intro. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, where has this been my whole life?
I feel like I smoked a little bit in high school with Mike, my boy. Shout out Mike. I won't say his last name. And then And then I smoked in freshman year, but I feel like when I moved to the 4th floor of the fraternity house, it was every day.
Yeah.
Because we'd get up the first thing in the morning, smoke and play John Madden football. So for like 3 hours, we'd have anything to do. Well, I guess we had things to
school.
do. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like, my schedule wasn't that difficult. I wasn't an engineer. So I didn't have lab. And I also spent an inordinate amount of time making sure my classes were perfectly timed. Like, I remember I had one semester where I had a class only on Tuesday and Thursday.
I mean, Brown was the best, man. Shout out to Brown. Yeah, open curriculum. Pass, fail.
No, but the best part was Tuesday and Thursday. Like, those days would suck. But that gave me a 4-day weekend, son.
Yeah.
I mean, and I make Wednesday suck because I do the work from Tuesday and, like, the homework for, Thursday. It's like those 3 days sucked. But those 4 days, I mean, I would, like, go on a tear, you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of almost hard to come back from those 4 days.
Yeah, it was tough. But I mean, it was a good time. But yeah, we used to smoke weed and have like Madden tournaments.
Yeah. I mean, you played Madden for 4 years, son.
Oh, I got really good at it. I could probably still play really well because the game's essentially the same, it's just a little more, advanced. But fucking, there were times. I remember there was one guy on the hockey team. He was the only guy who could beat me sometimes. I won't say his name. But shout out Mike. Yeah, that kid. Yeah, I used to sell him dope. He was the low-level weed dealer. I literally just like sell my friend 7/8 so I can keep the 8th one for myself. That was like the deal I had worked out.
Son, you were so meticulous. I remember you had your little notepad and your drawer,
my little
box, everything. Son. I always had a tab.
Yeah. How did you always have it? Because most people, who else used to carry a tab? There was like one other guy who would like carry a tab, and it was like the hockey guys always paid. Hockey guys were Johnny on the spot with that $40.
Yeah. I mean, I always paid my tab, but I made sure not to accumulate too much. But I figured, it's Randy, like it's my boy, like we live next to each other, like as long as I keep paying things off, I could keep.
But I would just pack bowls too, so you could have just sat in my room and smoked all my weed.
But I like to get high by myself too.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to do it. That's really the best way to do it. Oh, I had such a great time, son. I haven't been smoking as much. I told you because in case the job things heat up, I might want to be able to have a clean urine test. But I got like driving up. I took like fucking 8-9 bongers right before before I packed up and threw it in the car and drove up.
Yeah,
and. There really is something calming about this, knowing like, oh, I'm on the road again. Like, I'll be back Monday. And that's it. Like you kind of you cut the tether. Like I'm on my time, just cruising up. Listening to music or podcasts or whatever. I think like the alone high might be my favorite high.
Absolutely, man. That's the only time I could think clearly.
Really get into it.
Just noise all the other times, It's like that's the best, man.
Oh man, but it's fun cruising up, and it's always I always get like not a weird mindset, but I kind of get like prepared to hang out with you, son, because you're always asking the probing questions. You invented the heart-to-heart, son. Which is why I thought it was crazy that Saul was going to be like nervous. Why would you be nervous? I'm like, bro, just gonna fucking have a heart-to-heart in your garage, son.
I know. I was thinking that. I was like, man, we've known each other for 20 years. I've never been more nervous to talk to Randy.
All you would do is talk to me, son.
I know.
But like, who said that first? Was that Peden?
H to H?
Yeah.
Peden or HBJB, probably. Yeah. One of them. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, so those guys were the guys who really got me fucking hooked. I mean, the three of us smoked.
And I wasn't in the house yet at that time. I was living next door at Diamond or something like that. But
Harambe house. Did they have a Harambe house? They had a Harambe house at Brown, didn't they?
They did. I wasn't there.
But that was before that famous meme gorilla died. You know Harambe?
Oh no, I don't know.
There was like in like Cincinnati Zoo or something. I gotta pull it up. My camera's over there, my fucking laptop. But in like the Cincinnati Zoo, like there was a gorilla who apparently like a kid like fell into the gorilla, like climbed in.
Oh yeah.
And they killed him because he grabbed a hold of the kid, and they had to kill Harambe. And there was like a whole internet meme like R.I.P. Harambe. What a terrible thing, this, that, and this. And that was like 10 years before that meme. So I don't like.
You think they still got the name?
I was like, it's like Good question, son. Do they still got the name? Right? Is it a little too... I wonder what it's like there now, son. Yo, son. Yeah, it might be... Everything might be canceled. Brown might be called Brown anymore because that John Brown guy was a real prick, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he was from the 1700s. You know he was racist, son. If he was living in 1775...
Yeah.
There's no way he wasn't racist. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no way.
Yeah.
That was the prevailing thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were alive then, you were definitely racist. So by that definition, everyone that could be canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
And I don't know if you should. I mean, they still existed. I mean, what do you say? Cancel me? He was a bad guy, but you still have to talk about him because he was a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like George Washington was there. You know, we can't remove him from history because he was part of it.
Didn't Brown also have Pembroke, which was like they segregated all the women and the men went to separate schools, right?
Back then, yeah, it was only men in college.
Yeah,
and then years later they opened up Pembroke just for the girls separately. You know, separate but equal, separate but not equal. So the main campus was way doper than fucking Pembroke. You know what I'm saying, son?
Pembroke.
Have you been back there at all?
I haven't been back in a while. I think it's probably been maybe 5 years. Or I probably drove through.
Yeah, blown through it. But yeah, I didn't like go chill in Providence.
I haven't been back to like senior week or anything like that.
Oh no! Oh my god! I couldn't imagine doing it now.
The last one, I'm sure was enough for me.
Yeah, man. I went probably 5 years more than that for me. Probably 10. Because I stopped going once people started having kids. Or getting married, rather. I was like, yeah, this is fucking whack now. You know what I'm saying?
Do people bring their kids to this thing?
Sometimes, yeah. Oh, dude, bro, there's people we know that are like trying to be on the board of trustees of that fucking university and shit. You know, like trying to be, trying to get in that political scene with them. You know, that kind of corny shit.
Yeah.
You know, so they can keep their kids going there for the next 40 generations.
Do you donate?
Bro, I used to donate just to stay on the rolls. You know, like, oh, let me keep my name on the rolls. And then once I got rid of my relationship with my fiance, maybe like 2 years after that. So yeah, so when I sold my condo, basically after I sold my condo, I'm like, I'm not giving them shit no more. I ain't having no kids, son. I'm not a legacy because I'm having kids, so why would I give a fuck? They're already rich. They don't need my fucking $500 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's $500 in my pocket, or whatever, on the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's $500 more I can spend, so fuck that. So yeah, I just keep throwing it out.
They must bring in a lot of money every year. Do you know how much they bring in?
Cash, bro. They have plenty of money, son. Billions of dollars in endowment. Dude, you know how big $1 billion is? If they have $10 billion, that's more than they could ever possibly use. You know what I'm saying? That is a gargantuan sum of money. It's $10,000 million.
Yeah.
How many fucking buildings can you build? You know, like they got the bread, and they're still charging. You know, they're charging like fucking $70,000 a semester.
More expensive? So how expensive is it these days? It's like the second most expensive school in the country again. It's like $68,000 a semester, something crazy like that. Man, so that's like 50% increase from what we paid?
43, 44
over 20 years, something like that.
From the beginning, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's fucking popping, son.
How the fuck am I going to afford that, son?
Put it on him, son. You know what I'm saying? Your parents did you. You want to go, you pay for it. That's what you tell them, son.
But our parents, we qualified for financial aid.
I got that scholarship, so I was cruising, son. I didn't have to pay shit. Just room and board.
For him to go to a private school like that, like, we're going to have to come out of pocket somehow or get private financing. Fuck that.
Yeah, son. What's it going to be in 20 years? Yo, I wonder what the estimate is. You think it'd be like $100,000 a semester by then?
Another 20 years, so it'd be twice as much, at least.
Yeah, 50%, so 60. Yeah, it'd be 100,000.
Yeah, that's crazy, son.
Fuck, dude.
I mean, do you think people are still going to be going to college then, though? Like, because, I mean, you could be pretty successful these days. It can be argued without.
No. It's weird that there's a movement towards that now, but the college line is still the most dominant line. Like, I think people now are starting to realize that having a trade job is worthwhile, or you could start your own business and not have to worry about that because the cost of college is so prohibitively high, and they have these loans and all this shit. So it's like people are starting to see the trade-off isn't there, so they're going back to trade schools, kind of a thing. But I still, the predominant thing is if you can get your kid into a Brown, your kid goes to fucking Brown. It'd be stupid not to go there.
I agree.
You'd be a fool not to go there. You know, like it's just like it's like a proving. It's like, you know, It's a scam. I mean, like you got into one of the 20 fucking reputable schools that everyone gets jobs from on Wall Street or fucking
even if
DC, like.
Even if you come out and don't use that degree,
you still got that degree.
And haven't gone through that experience. Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I think, I basically told my niece and nephew, like, I think it's worth it. Like, if you get into like a top 20 school, you go.
Yeah.
So apply to those. Apply to if you want to be a doctor or something specific, like an engineer, go to Cooper Union. Like, then go to a school specific for that. If you don't know, if you don't think you get into a top 20 school and you don't know exactly what you want to do, like go into one of those direct professions, then go to a state school because a fucking degree, like if you went and got a degree from Marquette, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Fuck Marquette. Sorry Marquette, but
sorry Marquette, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll tell you right now, Goldman Sachs will never hire someone from Marquette. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, maybe work the fucking lobby, but they're not making you a partner. Okay, Marquette, sorry. So you might as well go. Like you might as well
to the cheapest possible.
Yeah, go to the cheapest possible.
Yeah.
Because then you go to grad school, son. You go to a fucking 2-year MBA or something.
Yeah,
that matters. Yeah, whatever, or a fucking law degree. Like, but don't pay because it's way cheaper, son. It'd be like 18,000 versus fucking 45 or 60. Like,
doesn't it kind of suck that you have to pay all that money? Just to
get a ticket to the game?
Get a ticket to the game, only to like 10, 15 years later realize that you don't want to play that game anymore and to drop out.
That's why I'm so grateful. Do you know how much more upset I'd be with myself if I still had like $200,000 in student loan debt out there? I'd be like, what the fuck? I would have taken this chance to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to pay that down. You're like I can't have this shit hanging over my head. Because you can't file bankruptcy out of that. It's just fucking, it's on you, son. You know what I'm saying? They could garnish your Social Security for that, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get no income from the government when I'm fucking, or my Medicaid. I could get my Medicaid voided because I got to pay down my fucking, it's crazy, son.
It's crazy, man.
And it's crazy they give them the loan. I can't believe banks, the only reason banks do it is because the government guarantees these loans.
Yeah.
But like, they have all these like special, circumstances around them. But like, I couldn't imagine a bank in any other scenario being like, hey, I'll give you a loan just to you. Because there's no asset. You get a car note, there's a fucking car they can repossess. The house, they would love to repossess your house. You know what I'm saying? Because you paid all these fees to do the fucking mortgage, they collect interest, and they sell the house from under you, make more money on top. They would love to take your house. What are they going to take from you in a student loan? Nothing.
Wait, so when you're like first year undergrad, and you get
they give an 18-year-old
big loan, your parents aren't co-signing, right?
Nope. Why would like
it's like no credit history, massive loan.
Like the banks made a terrible investment, son. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you need collateral. You need collateral, and some drunk 18-year-old is not collateral. Right? He's fucking off in college. So. On some level, it's shame on them. They should get fucked a little bit. but the reason they did it is because the government guarantees has all these special provisions and guarantees for them. So fucking why not? They're gonna make their money.
So what happens exactly if a student defaults on their student loan? Does the
like I said, they
servicer still they can seize stuff?
They can garnish your wages. They can garnish your fucking Social Security. Like if you can. Yeah, they can. It's like the IRS coming after you. So,
okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they fucking, like you pay it back. I think the mafia is more forgiving. You know what I'm saying? Like banks get their money. So you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't play. They'll see you into non-existence. Make your life a living hell.
Man, do you think what I don't even remember what the total amount of student loan debt, but everyone's talking about student debt relief these days.
Oh, like some billions of dollars.
Yeah. Do you think? Do
you think it's gonna get canceled?
That's ever actually gonna happen? Like, yeah. Do you think that?
I guess we were talking about that a little bit. I think, like you said, as long as it's like no or low interest, like extremely low interest. So you're not growing your fucking, what you owe. Who gives hang on to it, Like, think about it. If you knew a comet was coming to Earth,
why rush to pay all this cash out if there's even a small chance that some of it'll get canceled one day?
Or think about it this way. Like I said, if a comet's headed towards Earth and you had 6 months and you were the only one that knew, wouldn't you open up a bunch more credit cards and draw down a lot of money, son? I'm like, fuck it, son. Who cares? No one's paying this back. Like, there's that possibility. Like, right? Like, if World War III breaks out, I don't think anyone gives a fuck about student loan debt no more. You know what I'm saying? We got, fucking global warming, a goddamn ice cap melts off and slams into Europe. I don't think anyone cares about your student loans anymore. You know what I'm saying? No one's coming for that money.
World War III.
A worse pandemic. You know what I'm saying? The bird flu, which kills like 80% of the people it infects. I don't think anyone gives a shit about your loans.
Yeah, that's what I'm banking on, man. I did real
That's
good.
What I'm banking
It sucks. Like, I did really good coming out of Brown. Like, I walked away from Brown with like almost nothing, you know? And then I went to grad school and accumulated a bunch. I mean, that was, I kind of like, I paid for grad school. I also kind of like financed my move back out here and kind of getting started again.
So you paid a dowry.
That is literally how I justify it sometimes.
That's pretty much what you got out of it. Is your wife.
It's cool. I met Ike.
It's cool. Yeah, I would have done that.
Could really use that $100,000 now. But okay, we'll make it up.
Yeah, dude, I didn't. I had zero debt coming out of Brown, dude, because I worked the whole time.
Yeah.
My mom chipped in some money for the to help with the room and board, and that was it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking lucky, dude.
Yeah, we made out pretty good over there.
Although, I guess I'm accruing a little debt right now. But you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
To survive. You want to get into a little news, brother? We've already been doing this an hour.
Yeah,
I didn't notice. I can't. I'm so stoned. I forgot. Did we even? So freshman year roommates.
We didn't. Yeah.
Fucking married. He's got a kid. His life's over.
There's a lot we haven't really touched on, but I mean that's 20 years.
Are you still nervous?
Worth of
Are you
stuff.
more comfortable now?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
I told you it's fucking bullshit. The hardest part is just holding up the mic because I'm so stoned. I just want to lay down. You know what I'm saying? I haven't.
It's really like the camera. I think the camera for me is the thing. Like if I can just like lay down, like you said, I'd be fine.
Fucking lazy. I remember my brother laugh about that. We were on family vacation a couple years ago, and I come in from the pool, we're all having lunch, right? And I just make a Pop-Tart, cold glass of milk, son, fucking delicious. I can't recommend it enough to the crowd, the audience. But I'm doing this, and my brother's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm gonna eat this Pop-Tart real quick and get back on my back." Me, I was gonna lay back down because I just got up from a nap. He goes back on my back. That's amazing. He was dying laughing because I was high. So we got high. I had my snack and went right back to bed.
That's it.
It was fucking vacation, son. I hate when people, are you one of these vacation guys who always gotta be doing shit?
On vacation?
Yeah, like when you're chilling out there, like you always gotta be moving around.
No.
Because like you have like an agenda when you go visit someplace.
I mean, it depends. It depends on,
Bro, my old roommate Michelle, she had like a whole fucking. She sent me like her.
No, I can't do
travel.
that.
I was like, it's like Michelle. I don't think I think more of you because I've seen this. like I don't think this helps. You know what I'm saying?
Like certain. To some extent, you've got a plan, but I try not to do that.
I plan on when I'm getting there and when I'm leaving. And
then
when
everything
I get
in between,
there,
you improvise.
Yeah, that's what I do. Those are the two plans I make.
Yeah.
It's a good move. I don't know. But, I don't know. I don't like people who plan like that too much, though, because it fucking seems a little creepy. Yeah. I guess my point was, talking about the story of my brother, making fun of me laying on my ass all day. Like, why would you feel the need to move around if you just want to relax? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're on vacation.
You gotta,
you work all week. Like you want to fucking cool out. By the pool. Why do you feel the need? Like, oh, let's go see something. It's like, yo, we're fucking at the beach. We're here. You know what I'm saying? We're like the beach. Where the fuck are we gonna go at the Ferris wheel? Fuck the Ferris. We're at the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna lay down, sleep in the sand.
It becomes like work when you got agendas like
that's what
that.
I'm saying.
Like, I'm not here to work, bro. Like, I'm here to chill.
Drives me fucking nuts, dude. All right, we'll get into some news. You got anything you want to promote, Saul? The Rio Van account. Is it at the Rio Van?
It's at the Rio Van.
Rio Van. I say it wrong. I always fuck it up, son.
Yeah, no worries.
It's an ill-ass van. We didn't even talk about the van. We could talk about the van.
We can talk about the van.
I know you mentioned, son.
Yeah.
So if you don't want me asking on air, what did it cost to do like all the build out inside? Because I know you did a lot of that work yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
or better yet, what would that cost if you like paid someone to do it because they have fucking those job sites. I want to know. Like, if I wanted to buy a van, how much money would I have to come up with?
If someone asked me to do that again, like I wouldn't even consider it unless they had a budget of like $150K. Just because the amount of time that went into that, man. I spent, I don't think people realize like that there's a lot of wood kind of craftsmanship in there, and the amount of time that that takes is
you went above and beyond. But like if I wanted to get one that's like already done from like a
you could buy a van already done.
No, but pimped out like ill. Not some cheap shit. Like your Sprinter van with
all the amenities. That's
like
150 to 200K, son.
So if I put like 130, I can get something pretty close to the top.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Does it have a bathroom in it?
Yeah.
I don't think I want the bathroom in it.
At 130, you can get, all that. Bathroom, kitchen, whatever. Like, you might come a little short on some of the accessories. Like, like the hardware and shit all around and stuff. But
yeah. I don't think I would. I wouldn't want to shit in the van. So you got to clean that shit out.
Son, that's why, like,
you could just stop. And it's a van. You could just drive up to a fucking toilet, son.
So you guys got to check out the Real Van. Shit's
Real
dope.
Van. Check out the website. Or the Instagram, rather.
It's a van, but it's also architecture. Architecture on wheels.
It's a Japanese tea garden. Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's a Japanese tea house inspired build. And it's all, custom woodwork inside of a van. And it's not what you would expect to see inside of a van. And that was like the whole point, and yeah,
pretty
like
functional.
There's, there's no bathroom in there. There's no like permanent kitchen in there.
Bathroom in there. I think a little sink in there. If I was doing it, somewhere you go,
Bro, that's what makes the Real Van the Real Van. Is like we had restraint, Like my buddy Andy, shout out to Andy. He is an architect or like real architect,
Like a real architect. Yeah. That's some bullshit jerk off like me. some pretend architect.
Yeah. And,
I know about isn't it like design? I'm not an architect. I do design. I mean, you don't know shit. So, the architect can actually get some shit done.
That's right.
Everyone this would look cool, but you can't make it.
There's a lot of decorators out there.
Yeah, decorator. Yeah, son. That's what it is. A fucking decorator.
But yeah, no, the Real Van's dope. You guys gotta check it out. And it's it was this project that I was super excited to kind of bring to life, a little childhood dream, if you will.
Yeah. When did you start? When did you first see the notice that trend and get into it? Because I feel like it did break recently. So, like in the last 10 years, the van thing got...
Yeah. I mean, I've been sleeping in my car in the winter.
It was born of necessity.
For a long time. It's been
it was born of necessity.
Over, almost 15 years of like snowboarding and sleeping in my car.
The van idea, I can live in this.
Like then, son, like when I was like sleeping in my pickup truck in like below freezing weather, I'm like, oh, it'd be really dope to have like a pimped out van right now where I could just like chill. Like, I was like, one day I'm going to build something like that. And yeah, it took me a while to kind of get there, but that was the idea.
I'm trying to think what else like what would be something sick in the van that you need? Like, is it the water, the bathroom? No. But, like, what's some of the sickest shit you've seen put in a van?
I mean, everyone's, people throwing everything in there these days. It all depends what you want.
What would you put in the van next is what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know how far they can go. I've seen the van life fucking Instagram page, and like a lot of cool, and girls wispy hair with her feet dangling in the back, all that bullshit fucking photos. But, like, what's some ill shit you've seen in a van?
Honestly, one of the coolest things I've seen, there's this dude down in Venice. He's called the Lonely Barber. Shout out to him. Yeah,
I was just plugging everybody else, son.
Yo, the Lonely Barber, yo. He's got a barbershop, mobile barbershop, and there's a lot of people that have kind of done that concept. But
a barbershop in there?
Yeah, he's got like a seat you could roll up. You can make appointments or you can visit him and stuff. And yeah, dude, that's dope. Like I think people that kind of like turn it into business and kind of do creative stuff like that, and then like, but he's like really out there like connecting with cats and stuff. It's dope. Like it's cool to see people like that. 'Cause I think a lot of people start off wanting to do something like that, but following through and executing on that, and
how is that profitable though? If he spent like $130,000 on a fucking.
I mean, I'm sure you know.
Although I guess it's if he had enough to open up his own barber
Well,
shop.
I don't think he may not have spent $100,000. You know, I don't know. Every build's a little different. But I guess when you buy the van and stuff, yeah, he probably spent like $100,000.
But that's what I'm saying. But I guess it's cheaper than buying a barber shop. Like if he was to own his own barbershop, he has his own chair and just dart out to his clients.
And once it's done, there's no monthly lease or anything, you know, and it's his vehicle too, you know, and I think, you know,
he sleeps in the chair.
No, he keeps a place, yo. He keeps a place. So I don't know him like that, but obviously he's like killing it. Like, I mean, he's got a home, like, you know, and so I think he's doing all right. He seems to be doing all right.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he has a home, as long as he's not sleeping in the barber chair. But it used to, back in the day when we were kids, man, it was like the creeper was in the van. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now, like think about it. Like, if I had your van and I told some girl, hey, you know, I live in my van. Let's go back there and fuck. It's a thing. Like, van life is a thing. So, like, oh, that's the van. Like, they see my Instagram, like,
they might be creeped
I'll
out.
go back in that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they might be a little creeped out. Then you just show them the Instagram, though.
Yeah,
like, all right.
All right. You know, if I had it on my account. But 20 years ago, if you're like, hey, I sleep in my van, then I'm like, bro, like
Scooby Doo van. You don't want to get in that thing.
No, it's like handing out candy to kids and shit in that van. You creep. Oh, all right. So you want to get to a little news?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So follow him at the was it Raven?
Yeah.
Follow him at that. Anything else you want to plug in there? You got fucking high grade partners? They still working with that?
You know, yeah, man. I mean, I do a lot of things. I
don't want to give out all my details.
Yeah.
I picked this news story especially for you. So, Taco Bell selling $10 a month taco subscription service, my friends.
Oh, man.
Yep, son.
I've been thinking about Taco Bell.
Straight out of the New York Post, son. Taco Bell's announced a new service that will allow their biggest fans to score a taco a day for 30 consecutive days for the price of $10. That's 3 tacos for every dollar. 33 cents a taco, baby. The subscription revealed this week will be available starting Thursday. This is already out. This monthly service called the Taco Lovers Pass can be purchased through the fast food company's mobile application, where it's available for rewards program members. There's the fucking trip right there. They're giving you these free tacos to get all your fucking data, son.
Information.
I knew that was coming, son. You know that's how they're financing this fucking endeavor.
Is a 1 month promotion, or is this like a yearly subscription? Like something that will go on indefinitely?
Indefinitely, $10 a month. Son, you can have 3 tacos a day for the rest of your life.
So you know, like, I've been a long time fan. But have you had Taco Bell recently?
I have in the last, I would say, year. I've had it once or twice last year.
I feel like, I'm sad to say this, but Taco Bell has fallen off, son. It's been a slow decline.
Yeah, dude. I would agree.
I can't really touch it anymore.
You know what it is, too? They had a lot of product creep. You know what I'm saying? Like, their menu got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Which meant the bangers got worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Like the quesadilla used to be on point.
Yeah.
It's getting a little sloppy.
It's pretty bad.
It's a little soupy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, no.
It's a little wet. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, there was like chicken chunks in that shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Now, not so much. Now it's like mincemeat, bro. It's like cat meat in that motherfucker. It really is. It's
bad. It's bad,
son. And I mean, and what do you honestly?
So I don't know how I feel about this, man.
What do you expect at 33 fucking cents a whack? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you think you were going to get? They have to make the food slop to make it that cheap so you can eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Would you want to talk about franchise? I would definitely want to talk about franchise.
Yeah. But do you know the Taco Bell Cantina?
Oh, where they serve. Look, there's one on
fancy one.
There's one on the PCH over not too far from fucking LA that looks like a spaceship. So they serve beer in it.
It'd have to be one of those.
No, and it's right on the fucking ocean. Like it's like a beachfront Taco Bell. It's like
that
famous.
Sounds nice. We should go there. Let's jump in the van and go down there next time.
They should bring back the fucking the penny game in the front. Remember that shit?
The penny game.
Where there was a tank of water with a wheel with they had like 3 platforms, and you drop pennies. And if you got the penny to land on like each one of those like platforms are smaller and smaller and smaller. And if you got it to land on a certain one of them, you get like a free bean burrito.
What was it?
Like a free soda, a free this, and then if you land on the smallest one, you get a free bean burrito. So my buddy Mike, shout out to Mike. We were talking about him earlier. Mike was fucking hella good at it, son. He'd get a bean burrito a week, son. Every time we go, we pay, but like once a week. He'd be like, bang, and you get the bean burritos. I was terrible. But
I remember that thing.
They should bring that shit back.
Did you, What was your strategy when you dropped the penny in? Did you move the thing? Or
What do you think? I tried to adjust it slightly. I don't think we did one move, you know?
I think you guys just drop it in and let probability.
Let fate decide?
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's probably just as high of a chance.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about the physics of it, there's so many moving parts to dropping a penny in the water that moving the wheel is just it maybe slightly harder if you start having more moving parts. You just drop it. Yeah.
So probably decreasing the probability of you catching it. I remember thinking about that shit, son.
That's actually the genius of that fucking game, son. Because I mean, a penny's nothing, right? It's like one penny gets you the fucking. But you know how many stupid motherfuckers are putting pennies in there all day? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about how many pennies you throw away. I throw away probably 80% of the pennies I get, inadvertently or purposely. You know, like if I get 1 cent back, like on $1.99, it's just like I just fold it in a receipt, throw it in the trash. You know? I gotta be honest with you. And I'm not wealthy enough to be throwing any fucking pennies. I'll tell you right now.
I just kicked a penny out the door the other day.
That's what I'm saying. Son. People throw away pennies. And it costs 1.5 cents to make a penny. So we're losing money for every penny we print. This is the state of the world we're in, Saul. This is the kind of dumb shit we're doing in this country. Printing pennies. Why don't we just go to the quarter? Or the whole fucking dollar and just stop at the decimals. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. There really is nothing. Just rounding it up.
Yeah.
We don't.
That's what we got to do, I guess.
Because we stop at the penny, right? Like we could have gone like another decimal place and like a fractions of pennies. They had like half a pence back in the day. You know?
Yeah.
Nope. Keep the penny.
I'm not even sure I've handled a penny really.
You know why?
I
think I watched a documentary, or I think I read a piece on it somewhere that copper manufacturers, like copper companies, like lobby to keep the penny, like support or the copper companies have give campaign like contributions to nonprofit or associations that like are fans of the penny, like like preserve the penny and
to keep penny production going.
To keep penny production going, so they can sell more fucking copper.
How much are we using that much copper for pennies compared to like? I mean, how big of a revenue stream is the pennies?
Think about how many fucking pennies you throw out, son. Every penny thrown out essentially gets replaced eventually, son. You know, and they have like refresh circulation, bro. You know what? Get a fucking million pennies in a bag.
Just a bunch of pennies at the landfill?
You know how much a million pennies weighs, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking dump truck of pennies, bro. Like, that's a lot of copper, son. They're making bread, son. They're making big bread.
Yeah. Never really thought about that.
I said, you didn't think about that, but you thought about some guy getting a gang of 14-year-olds bust up a coochie. You didn't see that one coming?
I didn't see that one coming.
Fucking Taco Bell. Would you subscribe, son?
No.
At 33 cents, it's pretty cheap.
But
chicken soft tacos, son, all day long.
Yeah. I told you, man. Did you try El Pollo Loco?
I had it once. It was middle of the night. I was in like fucking San Antonio. It was disgusting. It was a dark moment. So I was on the wrong side of the neighborhood. Fucked up. It was after a comedy show. I mean, I was fucked up just in an Uber. So the only thing open is this. You swing by there, and it
wasn't that good.
The situation was it was a gross one. Wasn't comfortable, like going back to a fucking dingy hotel room eating this. It's like, this is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like this is an ugly scene. I was already going back to like some shitty hotel in San Antonio, drunk, and I'm like, oh, I got all these bags of like shitty cheap food too. Son. Like
especially in San Antonio, I'm sure there's much better options there.
Yeah, and the maid's gonna think like look at this fucking like asshole. Like just sloppy. You know what I'm saying? It looks sloppy. It wasn't one of my moments.
What do you got there?
The next one up. Oh, this is a good one. By the way, I look for a lot of news sources to get these stories, but I would say over the years, for those listeners that have been listening for a while, probably 80% of them come from the New York Post, because the New York Post is a good source of crazy shit. Son. It's essentially halfway to a tabloid, but it kind of has a point. You know what I'm saying?
Did you notice? I feel like when I was working in New York, they always had the Post on job sites.
Post was shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was cheap. It used to be free.
There's always kind of
that back then used to be free.
There's a little softcore, like sexy, racy stuff always, like a few pages in.
Yeah, and the war was always the Post and the Daily News to try and be. But the Post is always good with the titles. So, those headliners, the headlines, they would like play on words. They go hard sometimes in a headline. You know what I'm saying? Like the headlines would be pretty good. Here's a good one. I paid over $4,000 to have my 3-inch penis extended by 1 inch. This is a news story in the Post.
Crazy.
Let's
But
see.
I mean,
A man has confessed to splashing out over $4,000 to have his penis extended by 1 inch after his 3-inch penis was cruelly mocked by lovers. Ouch. Wow, they give him a name. They name this fool? I'm not going to do that to him, son. A man from Germany spent years trying to increase the size of his member, even turning to penis pumps in desperation. His penis measures only 3 inches, whereas the average length in Germany is just over 5 inches. The 36-year-old battled relentless jibes from women. That's fucked up. These bitches are bad, son. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make fun of his dick, but you can't make fun of your weight. You know, like you can't make fun of a woman's weight. But
I love how they had to average out. They limit the average to German men.
Well, they just, I don't know why they did it. Yeah. Well, what do you think they do to fucking, South Africa? Just fucking
be unfair.
Yeah, so just hammers. Well, they could have done it to Japan. Say, hey, it's not that bad. Hey, it ain't that bad. He tried all this bullshit. He spent over $1,000 on creams, expanders, pumps. I want to get to what it costs and how this works. Not that I need it, but I just want to know.
Maybe.
No, because think about it. If there was a real way to extend a penis,
why couldn't they?
It would be a very popular, very fucking lucrative surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of fixed the boob job, right? Like now there's a lot of fucking fake tits out there. Like if there was a good way to give yourself a big dick, the guys go out and do this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you? Like,
I mean, what I want to know is if they can do one.
Wow, they
inch.
show his face in this fucking article. So why would he sit for this? Oh, it's his doctor.
That's his
Thank
doctor.
God. Whew. I was like, this guy's crazy. He's giving his name in his face. He's like proud of his 4-inch penis now.
Well, that's the thing. If they could do 1 inch, why couldn't they do 2 inches or 3 inches?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, how much would you go in? like, yo, I'll spend about $40,000. Just give me an extra 10 inches.
Honestly, like, if I had the money and I had the product, I would spend whatever I needed to spend to get to the average, bro. Like,
this guy, yeah.
Just like, I just want to be average.
Get me up there, son.
And I mean, if you got it, 4K, like.
You think he came up short because he was just broke?
That would be sad.
You got two problems?
That would be sad.
See, now if it said it cost $400,000 for an extra inch, I think homeboy would have been, if he had $400,000 in cash, he better off keeping the cash. You get a lot more pussy that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It was like $4 million for an inch. You better keep the $4 million, bro.
We're going to take this money and work on your confidence.
This money gets you lots of opportunities. Fuck, dude, $4,000. Well, I want to know what the procedure is. They don't mention it. The first is surgical lengthening with ligaments, and the second is enlargement of the member with autologous fat. Oh, so I thought it would have been like weights that just fucking dragged that shit down and hope and pinned it down. But they actually get in there and inject it with shit now and put ligaments in there.
Well, they have to extend the ligaments because I guess you have ligaments.
Do you think it's noticeable? Like, do you think it looks like he has like a dick graft? Yeah.
Maybe, but
it must look weird.
I'm sure they could do some. They've got to be able to handle that. Yeah.
This guy performs 300 operations a year like this. You can argue about the right size, circumference or shape. Oh my God! So he's saying 2 centimeters in length and girth make a big difference. So I guess that's what they put onto this guy.
I mean, if it's plastic surgery and it's common, I'm sure that 1 inch is not the limit of what can be done.
That's what I'm saying.
Pretty sure he was limited by funds then.
Wouldn't you brag more to from going 3 to 4? What if you went from whatever the 5.5 average rate, you're 13. If you drop 180 grand and
the triple D's.
No, you put that story in the newspaper, that guy's gonna get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Why would this guy give his name out? The guy that should give his name out is the guy who got the biggest operation possible. Come look.
It's like the marketing piece.
Does he think he's gonna get more girls because this article? Nothing.
Definitely not.
$4,000. I don't know, man. Penis enlargement. There's some surgeries they just haven't figured out, son. They got the boob job pretty good these days. I feel like the ass job is still terrible.
I mean, some of that stuff just looks so unnatural, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And
It's
then they're just
like
injecting
it's like
stuff
an ass
in there.
on an
Right?
ass. There's like a shelf to the ass.
Are there implants or are they like injecting?
There are implants, and I think they now are doing injections. Like, yeah, I'm one of my fucking doctors. Son, ask one of the Carlsons. Was one of them? I can't believe there's no plastic surgeons in that family. Probably because it's looked down upon. Sleazy people. They want to be heart surgeons.
Couldn't show up
heart
to the family
surgeons and brain surgeons
gathering.
only. You know what I'm saying? And again, only surgeon soup. What are you, a dentist? Loser. You know what I'm saying? Fucking foot doctor. Crumb. What? I just like kids. That's why I'm in pediatrics. God. I want to see about this one. And right back to the post, baby. I send myself drinks from fake secret admirers on first dates so they know I'm in high demand. Wow, this must be a woman.
Oh.
Let's be honest, we could be...
What is this? Is so lame. Heard enough.
I know. So earlier this week, TikTok star and podcast host Sophia Franklin went viral when she shared her ritual on her first date. It's a viral video that racked up 2.1 million views. Sophia admitted that she always sends herself a drink from a fake secret admirer so her date knows she's in demand. When I go to the bathroom and then pay the bartender to send me an anonymous shot, so my date remembers I have options.
Classy. Is that her right there?
Yeah, I mean, she's hot, too.
Why does she got to do that?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure.
That's her confidence is the problem right there. So I'm not hitting, I'm saying, like, what? Men love some healthy competition. I'll tell you right now, we don't. We don't.
Rather not.
Yeah, we'd rather. I mean, I think like especially if it's your first date, you're trying to hook up with her, so it's fucking.
But so like, wouldn't it be weird if you're on a date with a girl and some secret admirer sends her a shot? Like, it's not like some dude at the bar sends her.
I wonder how many times that starts a fight. Because, some guys are pretty stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck said this? Like, there'd be some dumb asshole. You know what I'm saying? Of course. But, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm like, oh, cool, take that. Yeah, it's free. You know what I'm saying?
Where's mine?
Tell them to send a bunch more, son. We get fucked up. Well, guys, that's some high school shit, son. Having somebody send a fucking fake shot or a
kind of sad going in planning that too, like that.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty revealing of her low self-esteem, in a lot of ways. Let's see if we want to do one more here. This is another weird one, son. This week has been fun on fucking the New York Post. I usually go to like AP News. Like, let me get something a little serious, something interesting. Let me get something about a professor getting canceled or whatever. Just hammers with the New York Post this week, son. My dad and I pose nude together on OnlyFans and we make a fortune. There's a headline.
Two dudes?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he might
Look at Dad. Dad's buff, bro.
But judging by that, he could be a little... Do you think he might be trans?
I don't think so.
There has a little bit of a trans look to him. Can you even say that? Like, to say that he doesn't look like a full man...
I don't know, maybe, but look at those biceps, bro. I mean, not to say that.
The title wouldn't be wrong. I mean, it would be if his mother turned into his father. The way the title would be written out is his father. He's got a fucking weird hairline. I was trying to figure it out just by the photo if that's the case. Let me get into the article real quick. A father and son are making a fortune on OnlyFans, sharing naked photos of themselves hanging out together. Jake Herbert, 26, started his own OnlyFans account several years ago. He told the BBC, but he was making up to $9,000 per month posing nude for himself. $9,000 a month, son. I mean, for a guy, that's a lot. Chicks can make $90,000 a month easy because guys are just fucking suckers. They pay anything to look at a titty. But the kinky content creator was determined to make even more money and found an unexpected opening after sharing a photo of his handsome dad with fans. Obviously, I knew that to take this to the next level, I had to do something that would get everyone talking. So he knows that this is fucking gross.
That's the OnlyFans formula. You got to keep escalating.
I put a picture of my dad up just topless after a workout, and it just went mental. The Brit told his father, who hasn't been publicly named, whether he'd rather strip for OnlyFans to make some extra cash. And the father said yes. Oh, God. The monetary benefits proved too tempting to turn down. The dad was soon joining his son in some steamy snaps, strictly available for followers who fork over a fee. He keeps his main job as a plumber, the dad. That's hilarious. Son, that might work out for the new gig, son. Right there. Let me note that right there, son. Yeah, I might have to get into this. Oh, my God. New upload of me and my dad on my OnlyFans. Cum emoji. don't even know what that emoji is really called, but look at this, son. Could you imagine standing naked in the shower?
Chest to chest.
Chest to chest with your dad's.
How much how much are they making?
And look at his hairline. You see what I'm saying? It's weird. He's got like a tattooed hairline on. Here's what they're making now. I saw it here when I read it a minute ago. Fuck. So he was making $9,000, and then he bumped it up to... Where is this shit? Yeah, it tells how much he gives to his dad. It's fucked up. Wait, it's better. We've seen each other naked. The most he's shown me is his ass. So apparently he says he doesn't look at his dad's dick when he does this.
It's only a matter of time.
No, you're taking the photo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's only a matter of time.
Son. Yeah, I've only seen his ass.
They want to keep making money.
Yeah, son. Yeah, how many weeks before one of them puts a pecker in the other's mouth?
Definitely 2022.
Yeah, just holds it. Just holds it. It's just holding it going to happen before
2022.
Before the 4th of July, they're going to suck each other's cock. Or do it on the 4th of July. Oh, my God. All right, where's the money? Oh, here we go. Herbert told the BBC he now rakes in around $40,000 a month.
Wow.
And gives his father a small cut of the cash. Small. His father should be getting half, son.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo,
his father's the reason he blew up.
Yeah, so yeah, dude, his father should get half of the 31 at least. He was making $9,000 before. He should get half of 31.
I mean, would for that kind of money
to see this?
To do this with your father? I mean,
$40,000 a month. To say so, I get 20.
Yeah.
Nah,
it's short-lived.
Nah, it's short-lived.
It's too short-lived.
But also, like, you know, I'd have to go deal with my father.
That's a whole other set of issues.
I fixed that. You know what I'm saying? That problem got solved. I got to figure that out. I won't do that. Fuck. How about you, son, for your dad? Because you like your dad.
I mean, I was thinking about it. I feel like if you got a good relationship with your dad, I mean, if you both look good and are comfortable with it.
But I'm saying, like, at some point, like you said, they're going to want you to at least get hard in a photo. So you got to come. At some point, you got to come into the room with a hard cock with your father.
I mean, I won't. It's not for me.
Pretty,
but
son,
I'm not judging.
Damage. No, I'm saying I am judging, son. This idea that we don't judge, like, no judgment, no fucking major judgment. That's me, son. Major fucking judgment. I don't like do anything about it, but I'm judging in my head. But we all judge each other in each other's heads.
What if dad's not bringing money in anymore? And the kid's the only one, and then now they're like making dough, and like, you know, that's it. There's nothing else.
He's a plumber. Survival's different, son. Like, if you like I'm saying, if they had to do this to stay out of a death camp, then I think I'll do this with my dad. But it's like, yo, let me put my naked dick next to my father's naked dick.
It should not be hard
on the internet for $40,000 a month. How long is that $40,000? Is it for life? $40,000 a month for life. All right, maybe, son. You know, but what is this? 3-4 years?
3 to 6 months, probably tops. It's not worth it.
And you spend all that fucking money on therapy trying to undo the damage.
Wait, so I actually wanted to ask you about OnlyFans. Like, I heard there's some comedians. I think Donnell's on there now, and
Big J Oker says I don't know if Donnell is, and they're on there. I don't know what they're doing, how they're selling it, but they have other things that comedians have been on. That's probably more popular. Patreon. So like that's a service that like basically allows you to set up like levels of fans that follow you, so you can like I'm like buy a membership and they get like free access to shows or something like that, or they get extra podcasts. They get to like YouTube videos that no one else would get, shit like that. And people will pay, like fans of yours will pay like $5, $10, $20 a month based on the levels. To subscribe every month and kick you that money, and Patreon takes their cut of 20% or whatever, and they give you the rest. So that's one way they can make money, like engaging with their fans. Yeah. And then OnlyFans is another way. I don't know what they would do on OnlyFans, like videos and jokes, but I don't know what they would post on there. I mean, obviously, like the one that makes the most sense is seeing naked chicks on it. But even that, I know a female comic who does OnlyFans. One of the names, it was a couple actually. I know a few OnlyFans girls because it became so popular with the pandemic. I mean,
yeah,
these ladies made money, son. You know what I'm saying?
It almost seems like a...
But she was making like, tens of thousands of dollars a month. And she does like, some sex stuff, some comedy stuff, but mostly sex shit. Like, she's being hot. But like, if you're making like I said, she's making like $40,000 a month, 30 or 40. It's like, fuck, dude. Like, And it was pretty consistent. And what happened is after she started making like 10, 12, 13, like a management company reached out to her and was like, oh, we'll help manage it and grow it. So she's doing less, like she's doing even less work. Like when her, like on all, this happens all the time on OnlyFans. You can like DM the girl back and forth, but now it's just a management company taking that over. It's not the actual girl. They fly her in for shoots, and then she just goes to the fuck home, and they manage the whole fucking thing top to bottom. You're not talking to her. So the allure was, oh, if you're my OnlyFans, you have direct access to me. It's not that way anymore. Now there's a middleman in there. You know, like a lot of those companies are out there.
Crazy how that.
But I think that was the draw. Like, oh, you know, I kind of like, you know, creeper guys like. You know, like, oh, I want, you know, I got a little thing for my neighbor's wife. Let me pay for OnlyFans so I can see her fucking minge. You know, like it's gross. Yeah. Or like, you know, they think like, oh, you know, if I pay her this, maybe there's a real chance it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, she lives in fucking across a globe and you're a loser. It's never going to happen. Like, so there's that aspect. But, bro, chicks made a lot of money. God bless them. I wouldn't pay for it when there's hardcore free pornography on the internet. It's like, why the fuck would I want to see my neighbor? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
But it seems like a lot of people make money.
But she made those girls made bread.
And if you can set some rules for yourself, and if you can continue to keep people engaged without necessarily like escalating beyond.
It always escalates, son.
I mean, that's what they say, but you know, I don't know.
Everything in life, son. Everything in life, you know, like slippery slope.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, this guy can say you with these guys, like at some point. You're going to have to show his dick. At some point, he's going to have to get hard. At some point, you're going to have to put his dick in his mouth to get that money, to get that number up, to grow that to 40. You know, you have to see, like dude, bro, in regular porn now, anal pays more than the vaginal sex. And there's a reason for that, because it's another step up, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, the crazier you get in that, the more they got to pay you out. So if you want to make more money, and you're having a tough time growing your subscriber base, you got to up that ticket. You got to up that ticket and show a little more fucking, you know, and start sucking your father's cock.
It's gonna be a sad day for these guys.
Son, I said that on stage a couple times. I had a tough time getting to work on stage, and then they changed the rules with OnlyFans, but it worked as a tweet. They were I said it's OnlyFans single-handedly is helping close the gender pay gap, because that's just money straight from guys' pockets right into chicks' pockets. Billions, dude, they're doing like billions in transactions now. So I mean that's gotta be helping that 70-30 number, right? Like 70 cents on the dollar number. That you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be, son. And there's all of a sudden now 10,000 Instagram or OnlyFans models making fucking $150,000 a year a piece. It's all coming
overall balance.
All coming from dudes. There's no way chicks are also paying for this shit on OnlyFans. Son. It's got to be 90% of the customers are men. Yeah. And 90% of the fucking providers are women. So it's directly coming across that way. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be.
Those guys, is a pretty slimy move they made, huh? When they kind of denounced their biggest base of customers.
Yeah, I don't know if they were put up to that as they might be slick enough to have done that as a publicity stunt.
You think so?
Because the next day they just put it back.
Yeah,
but they, and the bank regulators would have known that. Like they would have known if they were banking with OnlyFans, they would have had to have known like that. They're all most of their money comes from women selling basically minor sex work for fucking whatever. The bank wants the money though because that's a big ass client, and they're making bread on that.
Yeah,
they must have. I feel like they're like, you know what? Let's just say it's going to happen, and then just unfucking do it, so we get like all this free publicity because we've been in every fucking newspaper. It'd go viral on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's free publicity. Just to work with their bank and say, hey, why don't you say it's a problem, and we'll do a press release about it. It'll go all over the place. You say we worked it out and it's over and we just got all that free press. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking genius move.
Is that illegal?
Nope.
Or like, do you have to do that in a slick way?
It's
just unethical.
It's just unethical. It's a norm you don't. It's a norm that you wouldn't normally break. But they don't. What the fuck they care? They're trying to make money. I mean, it's basically a porn site. So they knew that.
And it doesn't really hurt them because people aren't going to abandon them after a day, regardless of what they said.
After a week, you have a little chatter about it. I mean, there was like a little movement of like the women, like, because I know some of them, they're like, oh, move over to this platform, move over to that platform, like, band together, whatever, fucking get it trending on OnlyFans and cut this shit out or whatever. And of course, for like 3 days later it was fine. It's like, oh yeah, we're not gonna do that. I'm like, of course not, man. You're like spending billions of dollars a year with the fucking bank. Of course they want the contract. They're not gonna not bank you because of this shit. Like, it's ridiculous, son. But I think it's cool. I just don't get it from the guy perspective. Like, it seems like a huge waste of money. Bro,
to go on there.
So
yeah,
some guys spend like fucking hundreds or thousands with $2,000 a month you spend on OnlyFans, giving these girls tips and all this shit. You can go down to your local strip club and fuck one of those strippers. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, son. Times are tough, son. You know, you could have just waited to the end of the month and go actually fuck one of them at the end. You know, like instead of giving them $5 a night because they send you a picture of their panties. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking.
Do you think they feel like maybe they're in a relationship?
That's the thing. They want to feel closer to them, which is a little creepier, son. You know, like
GFE?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, hey, baby, fucking, yeah, dude. I know one of the girls. She would charge guys to send her pictures of their dick. So, like, if you want to send me a picture of your dick, it's $5.
Wow.
If you want me to also rate your dick, that's an extra $10.
And then, yeah.
And then if you want me to, you know.
There's like guys that into like humiliation, though.
No,
and
then she would ask, if you want me to do it with humiliation, it's an extra $5. If you want to be nice about it, it was an extra $10. If you want to be nice, it's an extra $5 or something like that. Like, so she made pay more. They made them pay more for the humiliation, which I thought was hilarious. These guys like being humiliated so much that they knew they'd have to pay more for them to humiliate her. Than her to be kind, like you know, more forgiving of her.
Yeah.
They wanted the humiliation even on the menu. You know what I'm saying? It's like aired out, son. Creepy shit.
That's so
but
creepy.
whatever, son. Like, I was saying, who would pay that money though? It just seems like a waste of time. Like, you can go see any fucking crazy video you want to see on the internet right now.
Everything.
Like any weird kink you got.
Like you will find your limit.
You'll
find your limit on the internet.
There is no limit.
Right
That's
now.
the thing. Think about it. Every crazy thing you thought, there's someone out there trying to do that shit. Like we talked about earlier. Like, you know, like. Any crazy sexual thing you could have think somebody done, they did it. I mean, a guy got fucked to death by a horse. They made a documentary about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are guys going beyond that.
I gotta watch that, by the way. What was the name
I gotta
of
watch.
that
I gotta watch Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands.
Oh my god!
Should watch
dude.
that.
I don't know if I'm in the mood to watch that. So I'm in the mood for Papusa and something a little more, you know, a little more maybe informative, maybe light hand. Dude, we go like that. The family maybe.
The Steel Dossier one.
The Steel Dossier one. That's what we gotta get back to.
Something light. Something light.
Yeah, you know, I've been watching a lot of. So I've been talking a lot on the podcast, but I don't give a fuck. I'll talk about it again, son. My favorite right now. Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
The old one with Robert Stack.
Yeah.
Remember from back in the day of the 80s, there's a channel on Sam's.
This is a new season they were going to put out, right?
I watched all those. There's already out. There's some out, but they're putting a new season out. I started watching those. I've watched all the other seasons of it on Netflix, but that made me think, let me watch the old ones. And luckily, on Samsung TV, I have a TV in my apartment, Samsung, and they have those like apps, but they come with some basic channels, like the Game Show Network or this or that. Yeah. There's a channel on Samsung TV that just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, plays all the old Unsolved Mysteries Robert Stack episodes, starting from the first season till its last, which was like, I think it was like 8 or 9 seasons. But it was like many episodes of seasons. It ran every night. It ran like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They're an hour long. And Robert Stack walks up in his fucking trench coat, puts one hand in his pocket, and stops and talks. He's a fucking. I can't even imitate his voice. Like, it's amazing. So and then have like one segment where it's like about a UFO, and then there's an actual like here's a robbery that happened. We're looking for this man.
The reenactments are
and
so
the one's
good.
like an out of body experience. But you know what made the reenactments good? They tried to get the people that were in the story to be part of it. So they weren't actors; they were just the actual
people.
To the extent that they could, they got everyone the actual people. That's why there were such bad reenactments. They were just regular people. So, but also, could you imagine some of these people like talking about the murder of their daughter?
They're traumatized from this.
Yeah, and they have them reenacted.
I had no idea.
Son. It's cold-blooded, son. I love it.
Got that Samsung over there, son.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
We're gonna do that.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna bring it home. It's hour 38, and I want to smoke more dope and eat.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much. So it was a good time. See, it wasn't that bad, right?
Not too bad. Yeah. This is fun.
The first 10 minutes, you settle in. It's like, whatever the fuck.
It's a good time. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me out here, man. The fucking love the house. Love little Yoshi, sweetheart of a kid. My nephew. I'm an uncle once again. It's my newest nephew, son.
Yeah, man.
Actually, that's true. I got a lot of fucking nieces and nephews listening right now. You fucking crazy kids. No, but yeah, man. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. That's it for this week, guys. I will be. I'll probably be able to get this out tomorrow. So I'm going to be at Molly Malone's on Tuesday the 18th. That's this week, Tuesday the 18th. And I think next week I got another show. I don't have it in my pocket, but I'm going to Zany's in Chicago this weekend with old Jeff Dye. Then we will be in West Palm Beach at the Improv. I cannot fucking wait for the next 2 weeks. I'm so thrilled to be back on the road. It keeps me from fucking having anxiety. So, like I said, if you're busy and you're doing something you love, I'm like, that problem wait till tomorrow. I'm going to have fun at the show tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll worry about, finding a job on Monday because I got to focus on the thing I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I got to focus on the dream. So Zany's next week. West Palm Improv the week after that. Obviously, keep listening to the podcast. Follow me at Radio Low. Follow the podcast at Radio Low Podcast. Check out Chase's new podcast, Cut to the Chase. It's coming out Monday the 17th. How do you say the category? I'm fucking so high. At the Rio Van. Rio Van. Yeah. I don't know why I say Rio Van. The RYOVA Van. Yeah, Rio Van. RYOVAN. Yeah. Follow at the Rio Van. Thanks so much, Sully. You're the best, brother. I love you, kid. Love you, man. All right, let's go fucking eat. Peace. Honest class, in the class of our own. All of the happenings now, I'm moving forward as I'm backing them down. Strange how your brother's off a nap in the pound. I gave no gaps, not even crack of a smile. Take a nap, respect the cap in the gown. I'm in the mountains trying to master the sound. Send a signal when I touch to the ground. It's all official, take a good look around. Will they miss you when you're no longer found? I'm slinging solely off word of mouth, the word is out. Roll the farmer's joint and hold the crown. Agreeable women move with me and keep it 250s. Bring your friends, I got the crew with me. Whiskey shots get it poppin', I don't know stop though. Don't pass it without tapping the bottle. It's only fun if you make it tomorrow. I do this to the point of no return. Can I kick it? They look Saul was dubs and pass the mic along. Slow dissolving like the body of Christ. I lose the moment I try taking your life. Imagine even trying to take your advice. Nothing suffice, I need nada. They're backstabbing for green dollar. Poor schemes, you seem novice. I find it strange you put your faith in strangers. I'm who you run to when it come to favors, but duck when it's time to pay up. You shit on the ones that care for you over paper. In constant competition with niggas you chill with, but label haters, I don't even blame them. I live beyond resentment. Soon as you moving, they be acting different. They want success but always lack commitment. My journey's longer cause how I was brought up. Never ask nobody for nothing, you'll never owe them. Before you forgive them, remind yourself how they tried to get over. Take your issues and own them, apologetic to know. As soon as I inhale the lavish aroma, my vision visit limits, passion persona. I swear I be zoning. My taste in women's exquisite, done had the baddest moaners. Enjoy every minute living until I can't recall it. Hitting scars from past opponents while they wear theirs like memorabilia from classic moments. Y'all was asking for it, I was getting to it. You waste your time complaining and never change shit. Lame shit, on the same shit. When you talking big game, know who you playing with. You talk about the ones you know to those you don't. Like they don't know you just a fucking joke. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers. That shit the strangers.